Hello and welcome to a new episode of Hong Kong House of Cards. Today, we're going to be having a social scene at the museum. Aiden he's headed out to the museum. It's been a while since he has interacted with the night folk and the other mages of the city. So he wants to kind of see what's going on. He's heard a lot of shit's been happening. He's kind of curious about what's going on. So he's heading to the museum to find out. He's got his long coat on and everything. He's got his familiar in his giant pocket, inside pocket of his coat that's reserved for her. And yeah, he's so he'll arrive and head upstairs. We'll get a drink and sit down and wait for interesting people to come in.
Excuse me. Satoshi will go ahead and walk in. Just kind of looking around. He'll kind of nod to Aiden in that just kind of like polite, I have to do this because I'm a polite guy. And I was raised to, acknowledge anyone in the room when I walked in. And then he'll just go over to a chair and sit down and then pull out his phone.
Aiden, when he walked in, would have nodded back, and he's also texting on his phone. But a little head pops out of his coat pocket and looks over at Satoshi with the same expression in the picture, and then looks up all worried at Aiden.
Satoshi's gonna look at the cat, then look back over to Aiden, then look back at his phone. He knows that animals won't mess with him, because actually they'd probably attack him, but yeah.
I think now is a perfect time for Dream Pursuer. I'll learn how to speak English eventually. For Dream Pursuer to make her dramatic entrance, and by dramatic I mean she just kind of walks in through the doors, as she has done many such times, coming to this museum, which seems to attract all the sorts. When it comes to the supernatural community of Hong Kong. This is a place where she's had many such an occasion where she's had the opportunity to flaunt her talents as such. And she assumes that today will be no exception. And it's also fun sometimes to go and look at the statues and pieces of artwork and other things which can be somewhat interesting, not just to look at but just to talk about with complete strangers. And sometimes you can find that some people they have some dreams that they would like to pursue, as is her new namesake. And walking in, obviously, she's never seen the she's never seen Aiden before. Sorry, I couldn't remember the name. She's never seen Aiden before, but she has seen Mr. Satoshi before. And as soon as she does see him sat down messing with his phone, she kind of has to do a quick double take, and she stops and about faces. And she kind of looks at him, cocks her head to one side. Hey. And she waves, literally sticks her hand out and waves.
He doesn't. He'll look up from his phone. He doesn't wave. I don't think anyone has ever seen him wave before. It's just Satoshi. And he'll just sort of nod again and say, hello?
Hey there. Sorry. I was just kind of going through here, and there's loads of other things. There's loads of things that I was wanting to do, but I'm kind of I said there was a lot of things I wanted to do, but I think there was kind of some other things that just kind of sprang to mind as well. But long story short, Hi, how you doing, by the way? I mean, I know we haven't like spoken to each other much, but you know, kind of like, can I sit down? Because I do know that you're like, it's Satoshi, right? Yeah. And I saw you at Mr. Gravedigger's club.
That was many months ago. And he'll
Yeah, no.
look around and see all the other chairs in the room. He'll look back to her and say, "This is not my establishment. If you wish to sit, feel free to do so."
No, just being polite, but yeah, okay.
And she sits down right next to him. Not like right next to him, but you know, sits at one of the chairs. And she does have like this acoustic guitar like slung over her back. I mean, mind you, she does have like this kind of like street performer type look about her, but you know.
So yeah, how have you been doing since I last saw you at Mr. Gravedigger's club? You been doing things? Or have you just been, you know, kind of like just doing nothing?
I have been doing fine, thank you.
Sweet. I've been doing a lot of things. Yeah, there was. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but there was this kind of like thing that kind of like went on. That was supposed to kind of like go there quite so much unless you know something like fixes up. But you know, there's been. Have you heard about this kind of like thing? I'm not quite sure if you've like heard it before, but there's kind of like this drink that was kind of like, you know, not really supposed to be very healthy. I think it's called like, you know, it's got like a really horrible purple color in it, and I think it might actually be banned in, you know, like most civilized countries, but it's not in Hong Kong or China. I'm not quite sure why.
Considering I have no need for food or drink anymore, that is not something I pay much attention to.
Me? Oh, sorry. Okay, but I think, you know, I keep forgetting that, you know, kind of like the hungry ghost and, well, the hungry dead, you know, they kind of like, you know, they're kind of like hungry, but, you know, they're not hungry for like food and things like that. They're hungry for other things, but, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of, well, you know, you got to find some way that you can try to fix that, though.
We'll just arch an eyebrow.
Yeah, you could try to do that.
Of course.
It's true, nothing's impossible. You gotta dream.
Of course.
I'm serious. You gotta dream.
He just nods again and then looks over towards Aiden and says, Mr. Impursuer, I don't believe you've introduced yourself to the newcomer over there. Why don't you go do that?
Oh, you mean the other person over there?
And she points out Aiden. He's probably the only person in here besides themselves, and you know.
He nods.
Yeah, okay.
And she turns to Aiden and she waves at him on the table.
Hi, person.
He looks up from his phone, reaches down, just pets the cat that's poking out of his coat pocket, says, "Hello."
And hello, cat.
And she waves to the cat.
He says hello back.
Okay. Don't know what else to do.
And there's an awkward silence.
He's just kind of looking at her with his head tilted sideways, just kind of confused.
Yeah, she just looks like a. I mean, she looks exceptionally cute. You know, she's like this cute little Chinese girl, with the, you know, in kind of like majority red clothing. You know, she has kind of like a street performer type look about her with this acoustic guitar over her back. I mean, she is. I mean, she's somewhat small. Like she's maybe like, you know, 5'3", 5'2", 5'3", about that size. Maybe a little bit smaller.
He's
Unless you've got anything that any like merits or anything which I should probably know about, or anything that would help define what she is, then that's pretty much kind of what you see.
yeah. He's just kind of watching her with this very politely confused look on his face. That sort of, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm just in a nod and smile sort of face.
Yeah, and Dream Pursuer, like, she stops in all the time that has been been going on in this exchange. Dream Pursuer has been waving, but eventually she just like kind of stops waving and puts her hands back down, on the table.
Okay. This is Satoshi. Nano said hello to them. Do you think we should invite them over?
If you wish.
No, share a table.
Though the last time I checked, the museum was not separated into... Well, I shouldn't say museum, I should say the lounge wasn't separated into different sections.
Yeah, but you got to be polite and everything like that. If you want to be inviting, you can say, yeah, come over here. This might be a free table, but you kind of, if you want to be sat alone, then you got to say that you want to sit alone. Because if you don't want to be sat alone, you can say, yeah, if anyone wants to come here, they can come sit down, or some such. Otherwise, you can always just say like no.
Have you asked him if he wishes to be alone?
No, I haven't. I'll just go ask.
And she turns over towards Aiden again.
Excuse me, Mr. Person. Mrs. Satoshi here says that he wants me to ask you if you want to sit down here and talk to us.
I mean, I came here to talk to people, so I don't see why not.
Sweet. You can bring Mr. Kitty as well.
But moves down like 3 chairs to sit closer to them.
That's their chairs. It's so hard.
Yeah, Dream Pursuer looks over towards Satoshi.
There we go.
He nods.
And Dream Pursuer nods back. She's not mocking him or anything, but she's just like somewhat semi-imitating him.
Sorry, I was distracted from a moment. Who are they talking to? Or nodding to, or whatever?
Each other.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I missed anything. And he's just sitting there, and he kind of looks at the two and says, "So, what did you have in mind to talk about? I heard there was some happenings going on with the cell tower that was put up recently."
Ooh, tell me. I didn't hear about this.
What was on the news?
Who? Oh no, Mr. Mishdat, what happened?
I guess there was an explosion or something that happened at one of the cell towers that was being set up.
Ooh. Mr. slept through that one.
Anti-PLA terrorists.
Ah.
Those are the ones that they're blaming us on.
Anti-PLA terrorists, okay. Were they... And no, what kind of terrorists were they?
I'm assuming they were us.
What, they were Japanese?
Last time there was an anti-PLA terrorist attack, it was done by us.
Wait, you mean they were Japanese terrorists? Oh no. That's horrible.
He is, okay, even though he does not need to breathe, he takes in a very audible deep breath and releases it as a sigh. He then just calmly states, as he motions with a finger around the lounge, and then says, "Us."
And Dream Pursuer kind of looks around.
There's no one else here now. And that's of course you kind of mean that, you know, there's kind of like, you know, some sort of like, well, you know, kind of like something that, you know, was kind of like, you know, shipping it, you know, I don't know what words that you guys use, but, you know, kind of like Shen influence type thing.
He's just gonna sigh again and start messing around in his phone.
Wish someone would explain it to me.
I think she was meaning the Terrat Council, as I was explained it was called. Or as it was explained to me it was called. I had a character dirt there.
The Terrat Council did not agree to this, for I am on that council.
Oh.
I mean, one of... how do I phrase this? The members of the various houses have probably done this.
Were they being jerks, or were they being, you know, not jerks?
I've heard of this phone tower before. So there is apparently and I don't know how, but a mage in the wires of this city and the computers and whatnot. By the name of Gideon.
Oh, you mean the Five-Metal Dragons?
He just kind of gives her this look with all that Ventrue sass of, like, it's very clear that he does not look happy that he was interrupted.
And Dream Pursuer just looks, you know, just she looks ever like the innocent little cat girl. Well, technically she's not in Wani form at the moment, so she doesn't know that she's a kitty. But yeah, she just kind of like just blinks, and he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." She's generally paying attention, but you know, she's kind of like semi-excited. That's, you know, sort of excited about the whole thing because it's, you know, it's a good story. And also, Jason has a slight bit of lag.
Miss Dream Pursuer, if you wish to interrupt me as I am trying to explain this to you, I shall not waste the breath that I don't need to breathe in the first place.
I'm sorry, but, you know, it's kind of like an awesome story and everything like that, and I was just trying to make sure that I was, you know, that I might not have heard it before, but, you know, I might have heard it before, but then again, I might not have, so, you know, I was also kind of got a little bit overexcited as well, so sorry.
He just takes a deep breath. Shit, I forgot where I was with this story. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Either way, this mage was going to use the free Wi-Fi tower to hack into the computers and the phones and the lives of everyone in the city. And thus it was something that we needed to get rid of. Of course, this was not something that was planned. No group was brought together. But I have heard rumors of people wishing to destroy the tower.
Do you know who did it? Do you know who blew it up?
I do not know exactly who it is, or who was a part of this group that did it, but I'm assuming it was the one who vandalized Miss Ramirez's museum a few nights ago.
Yeah. That sounds bad.
It was.
Hmm. I wonder if I could have.
Was that the one who left the messages all around here that I heard about? I heard Alistair ranting about that.
Ew.
Alistair?
Friend of mine who I'm staying with.
Let's see.
Oh, I think I've met that person before. They're kind of interesting, though. I don't think you'll ever get to meet them, Mr. Satoshi. I don't know why, though.
Well, I am busy, and no doubt he is as well.
Mm-hmm. What were the messages that they scrawled all over the museum? Were they kind of like, what, no chocolate or anything like that? Kind of like the stuff they used to have in like World War II in Britain and everything like that, when they had like the ration shortages and everything, and they kind of like had like the the Chad, and he was kind of like poked his nose over like the walls and everything and said like what, what spelled like WOT. No,
Aiden just kind of looks confused between the two of them.
You don't have any academics, do you?
I would have to look. Nope.
All right. It must be a pop culture reference of some description. You have no idea. Does Satoshi have academics?
He does, but to be fair, you were just talking so much I kind of zoned out. I'm sorry.
Well, if you want to roll, if you want to roll something for that academics, it'd be an intelligence for academics for that one.
Okay.
Okay. It is somewhat obscure, so.
3 successes.
Oh shit! You got. Yeah, she just referenced the Chad. It's in like this is like old like World War II era stuff. But during like the Blitz in the British Blitz, there was like this cartoon character that people would like graffiti on walls and everything. It looked basically like this bald guy with his nose drooping over a wall, with his fingers on there. And the caption would always read what spelt WOT, what no, and something that was in gratuitous shortage. Usually it was things like baking goods, sugar, chocolate, fruit, anything and everything that was in shortage in there. And it was usually done as a protest against rationing as well.
He just nods.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that Joey had gone away again. Okay, and another awkward silence. Haha.
Satoshi's just there. On his phone.
Dream Pursuer's going to try and look over his shoulder to kind of see what he's doing on his phone.
Can you read Japanese?
No, she cannot.
You see kanji.
Ew.
Can't read what it's saying, though.
Okay. Well, in that case, Dream Pursuer is just going to point out to something random and go like,
Haha, that's funny.
Or she's gonna point out a picture of some sort, because I imagine that there's probably a few pictures in there.
The only picture that would possibly be on there would be a graphics chart showing the growth of one of the businesses Satoshi's over. Because this dude is just reading business reports right now. So
She'll just point out and say, haha, that's funny.
Do you understand what that is saying?
I think so.
Then what does it say?
It says the thing with the person.
I see.
You know, it's using big words.
Not really.
And she's, yeah, I'm trying to learn little things about, you know, kind of like finance and everything, because, you know, I'm trying to like make some, I'm trying to, you know, I've got this big dream, basically I just kind of want to like, just do something to, just trying to make, kind of like a business and things like that. But, I kind of want to like listen to like a load of people and, like kind of like a finance class or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, and also, I kind of want to like in the long term just kind of like do something, I can kind of make China awesome again. They need a help.
He points to the graph, and he's got a decently sized phone, like he keeps up with technology. And he'll point, his hands are gloved and whatnot, he'll point to the chart, and it's an increase, you can kind of see the increments, and you can guess it's about a 25% increment. And he says, this is a chart showing that since the last accounting period, the company's growth, or has grown by at least 25% in sales.
Ew. How'd you do that?
Various things, mostly advertisements.
Ew. Like what?
Commercials and things of that nature.
Sweet. So you don't just like go out and like and like into the like actual people, and then you like say, yeah, I've got like these stuff and it's awesome. You should go see it.
That is not my job.
Oh, okay. But you gotta start small, don't you?
And I was small about 30 years ago.
Well, do you do other things as well? Just like companies and everything.
I practice my shooting.
Oh, cool. Have you ever, do you know what these? I mean, I've been trying to learn about these things, but I don't really know too much about them. Do you know what Bitcoin is?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
He just gives her this look of, you're really questioning me on this.
Yeah, I'm interested.
It's a new flame. Sorry, Kim is having problems speaking today, it seems.
That's okay. By the way, I can really hear that the filament thingy, whatever it is for your fish tank behind you.
It's the air conditioner.
Well, I wondered what that was then. Must be going full blast. Fucking hell.
I got to, like, Louisiana heat will kill you.
That is true. I mean, I've got my own windows open right now.
I wish they did. I really wish they did.
Mm.
Here, is it better now?
Yeah, I mean, you're a lot quieter, but the sound of the AC isn't blaring.
Okay, yeah. I adjusted my microphone levels, and I thought I did that earlier, but it must have switched back.
Yeah, you might want to switch it a little bit. You're a little bit quiet. I mean, I can kind of somewhat make you out, but
Here's
Still a bit quiet.
How about now?
Yeah, that's a bit better.
Okay. Okay. This Bitcoin is just a new payment network and method, things of that nature. A few shops allow you to buy things with this Bitcoin, and it's like various new things and whatnot. I've always preferred credit cards and cash, but I suppose I'm old.
Hmm. I mean, I'm trying to understand it, but I think it's kind of the best way. I think someone told me that it's basically kind of like a poker game where no one trusts each other, and that there's like some kind of like there's loads of people like taking ledgers of like everyone's betting, and everyone like at the end of each round they kind of like compare each ledgers, and if anyone has like done anything that we shouldn't be doing, they're like, no, you shouldn't be doing that, and they're like, okay, and they kind of adjust it, and like. But it's done like for over like hundreds and thousands of people, and there's only like so many like bitcoins in the world, or something like 21 million or something like that. So that kind of like makes each individual bitcoin kind of like really really worth money, because like you have like lots of people kind of like investing in it.
He nods.
So
Is
at
that
this
kind of
point,
like what it is?
Aiden just has kind of slipped really quietly out the back while they were talking and has escaped.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker.
Now I gotta set up for the next person I'm bringing in.
Left me.
Yeah, Dream Pursuer just kind of like looks over her shoulder and it's like,
You escaped. Well, you kind of went somewhere.
You probably had other things you needed to do.
Yeah, what a jerk. You didn't even say goodbye. And you had a cat as well.
Okay, it seems that I've gotta go now. Unfortunately.
sorry, I didn't hear that.
It seems that I've gotta go now.
Oh dear.
Rip.
Yep. Apparently we've got yard work to go out and do. At frickin' why is it always at high noon that he decides to do this? Like, bitch, we live in Louisiana. It's like 100 outside. You fucking know.
Hey, well, in that
Um,
case, yeah. So thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Sorry we had a short scene, but we'll try and do one later to make up for it. So talk to y'all later.